While Taiwan's ruling party continues to advocate for the island's self-reliance, the opposition camp frames the polls as a choice between war and peace. Deborah Wong has more on why this will be consequential for the island's future.
It's gone from providing economic aid to hosting sponsored visits or unofficial engagements with foreign parliamentary delegations. In the past 2 years alone, Taiwan has already received over 100 of them. Most came after then U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited the island in August 2022. Under Tsai Ing-wen's administration, the island lost 9 diplomatic allies to China over promises of more development aid from Beijing. The ruling Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, has had to switch up its foreign policy approach in a fast-shrinking diplomatic space dictated by China.
I think the DPP administration is working hard in order to transform Taiwan's foreign policy or diplomatic practice because of the pressure of the Beijing authorities. So I think in a way it's good to see such a diplomatic adjustment in order to make more people able or willing to visit Taiwan.
Cross-strait relations have a profound impact on Taiwan's global economic standing. While the DPP has been preaching economic self-reliance for years, it's proving difficult. That's despite Western allies pushing hard to include the island in major regional trade pacts and international meetings.
Taiwan cannot move away from the Chinese mainland, so Taiwan's economy, Taiwan's security has, been very closely related to the Chinese mainland. Due to the difficulty in cross-strait political dialogue and the mutual non-recognition of sovereignty, it has become extremely difficult for Taiwan to participate in these regional blocs. Without this political dialogue, then Taiwan's participation is very limited.
DPP's presidential candidate William Lai says he's open to dialogues with Beijing, but the possibility remains remote after he flatly rejected the 1992 consensus. It's essentially the One China principle, which Beijing insists forms the basis of any engagement between both sides. On the other hand, the Kuomintang and Taiwan People's Party are keen to restart high-level talks and explore trade agreements with Beijing. Taiwan's ambition to retain and pursue allies is a desire for legitimacy and security. After all, increasing isolation leaves it more vulnerable to geopolitical risks.
At the heart of every presidential election in Taiwan is the question, how will the next leader navigate cross-strait relations, especially as geopolitical tensions are at an all-time high? Now, as it is, the elections are happening at the same time. Both Ukraine and Gaza have turned into battlegrounds. So now it's not a question of whether Taiwan should, but how it can restart talks with China.
我觉得这个当然还是要看那个对岸的状况了哈。当然我相信习近平现在要出手的机会当然是比较小，我觉得当然比较小，因为如同我刚刚讲，他内部的状况非常的多哈。但是当他进入到第4任的任期，或者是他内部的状况越来越严峻，或者是国外对台湾的涉入越来越强烈的情况之下，他必须要做出回应。
DPP has stressed that the island is not seeking war with China, but that it needs a strong defense as a deterrence. President Tsai extended compulsory military service to a year to boost combat readiness. And across the island, civil emergency response workshops like this have sprung up. Forward Alliance was formed in 2020 to gear Taiwanese up for disaster response. A spike in demand in recent times indicates an increase in public awareness.
两岸之间都是选举上面的一个很重要的议题。近年来，就是譬如说有这样子民间团体的后盾计划，那能够让我们在意识有这个危机的时候，有一个对应在心理上面和就是技术上面，具备某一定的能量。那这样子的话，基本上就是虽然说一样会担心，但是至少自己可以做些什么事情。
如果真的有冲突发生的话，那势必会有很多的伤患嘛。那我觉得有学过这个之后，一定是会有帮助的。就是对我自己来说，我会更有信心可以去帮助那些人。
It's about making a whole of society effort to face up to any challenge, any adversity, and that crisis may be a natural disaster or a man-made crisis. And what we've seen through our work is that over 10,000 people have shown up and devoted their personal time, have brought their families, all to learn useful skills, skills that can help them help themselves and help each other and help their communities in times of need.
我觉得以这些年来看了哈，就是台湾在外交上面，事实上已经得到了国际上面相当程度的支持哈。尤其过往单纯的两岸关系只是台湾和中国的关系，现在已经成为国际上的议题了哈。所以将来我觉得不论是任何一组的候选人来胜选哈，我觉得他都应该要更去捍卫台湾的民主价值，而且他都必须要更选择跟国际上的盟友站在一起哈。我觉得这个是不管是谁当选都应该要去做的事情。
These are not uncharted waters, but whoever wins must steer through a geopolitical storm delicately. Deborah Wong, CNA, Taipei.